In this tutorial, we're going to look at the if function. Now, what the if function does is it looks at a value, and depending on the condition of that value or the result of that value, it will then display a statement or display something based on that value. So if we look at here now, we've got a subtotal for all these drinks, and we've got the target for all these drinks. So this is the target that the company needs to achieve. This is what the subtotal currently is, but the target is £2. So what in this column here that says target met, we want to display is a yes or a no. So if the target has been met, it will say yes. If the target hasn't been met, it will say no. Okay, so to do that, we need to use an if function. So firstly, we're going to click here to click on the function button. We're going to go to if or look for if, and then it will come up with this display. So it is dialog box. Now in this dialog box, what you need to do is enter the logical test. So that's what using the Boolean operators. So we want to know that whether 80 pence or the subtotal is greater or equal to the target. So is this cell greater or equal to this cell? So to do that, firstly we need to click on the cell E6, because that's the cell we want to find out. Okay, then we'll do greater than or equal to F6, because that's our target. Okay, so that's your logical test, is E6 greater or equal to F6. If it is, so if the value is true, so let's just say the target has been met, then you want to enter yes. If the target is not met, so if that condition is true, so if E6 is not greater or equal to F6, then I'm going to put no in there. And then once you've done that, click OK. And there you go. So E6 or the subtotal is not greater or equal to F6, therefore that will be no. Okay, we can copy this formula by dragging it down. Okay, if you notice there, 315, yep, it's greater than £3, so that's correct. Okay, another way where we can do this, we can manually write the formula ourselves. So we know it's an if formula, so if we do equals if, open bracket. Now it's saying here, if you look at it, it shows you a little example of what you need to actually enter for the formula. So logical test, value if true, value false. Okay, so the logical test, we're going to write, now what we're looking at, E11 greater or equal to F11. Okay, once you've done that, if you look at it, there's a comma. Once you've done a logical test, put a comma after that. Okay, now the value, if it's true, remember, yes. Okay, remember, you need to put speech marks in front of the word so it prints exactly what's in between the speech marks. So yes there, comma, no if it's false. And that's it. And then what do you do after? You just close the bracket, enter, and you've done that correctly. So that's how you use an if function.